Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of the Building Adventure map, Legend of Zelda style. I'm Space Nerd. Boom goes dynamite, and I'm joined by iDead. What's up, man?
How's it going, buddy? Good to be back as always.
And Tennessee Gaming.
What's up?
So, guys, we have been hard at work. I believe iDead was up till the daytime, and I was up till the late evening last night, and started right back up. And we have expanded this map considerably. We finished up the interiors of a couple houses, and we want to do a quick tour today to get you caught up with all the cool stuff that's been happening around here. So let's get going without further ado. First of all, who did this sign? Looks fantastic with the
Yeah, I just thought I'd change it up a bit. I just thought it looked a little bit more like the sign off the thing with the little hangy down thing.
Absolutely, looks really good. So as for the town, we've expanded it to the right here a little bit, and we did a lot of work with these rivers and did a couple trees. And which house did you do the interior of, TG?
This one here that I'm standing on is done.
Let's check it
The
out.
one back there, just behind it, is done. And I'm
Ooh.
currently working on the one that's just beside where you just went in.
So, let's make a special bed for TG. What do you think, this one, iDead?
Yeah, you better be. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, that's
You're
it.
right.
It's got to be rainbow.
That's right.
And
Don't
that one
hate,
could be for you,
appreciate.
iDead.
Yeah, I think that's the sort of pattern I'd have on my bed. Kind of like the sort of pattern that would keep you up all night.
And I'll have the
Giving you
manly
nightmares.
hammer. Yes. Oh.
Yes. That's because he likes to get hammered in bed.
Yes, absolutely.
I was going to say that.
Yeah.
Very cool. So great work on the interiors there. The interiors are pretty much almost done. We should have them done by the next episode. Last episode, we took a look at the bandit hideout, which we finished. So
yeah,
now,
that was awesome.
over to the right, even further, we are going to start working this episode on the castle. There's one more small house that goes up on this hill. If you look, there's also the border, or the, what is this? The boulder that you pick up with the gauntlet. Little
Yeah.
area you fall down into. And up here, there's going to be a house and a whole bunch of woods down this area.
Yeah, it's normally blocked off, isn't it, by trees in the game, so you can't get around. Which is actually something else we should most probably address, which is something that we basically Space originally spotted when we were going through this, that this river that we've done down this side didn't actually join up in the 2D map because they've cheated a little bit, because obviously, as you would know, as everyone knows who's played the Legend of Zelda, Link to the Past, the map sort of scrolls when you go through the sides of the screen, doesn't it? And then it sort of moves across to the next part. So you never actually get a smooth sort of scroll of it showing you the whole map. And we realised that this section here didn't even meet up. So Space Nerd, in all of his wisdom and with a lot of stress and a lot of Fs and blindings and other random profanities were said, but he managed to fix the issue, and so now we have a lovely, beautiful looking river down the side here, which actually looks surprisingly amazing. So I just thought I'd address that because that was a little thing that we've actually come up against, and I thought it was worth noting that we've actually corrected some of the issues with the game's map when we were creating this.
Absolutely, and that's something that we're going to probably run into in the future, especially in the mountain area. We're going to have to maybe use the portals to go to a whole different mountain because they don't really line up.
Yeah, no, definitely.
Another part I really enjoy is this little eye intersection. Looks really good.
Yeah, the little crossing between the... I can't remember, what is it next to this? It's like a little sparse area of some trees and stuff, isn't it? It's behind that house.
Right,
And then
a
you
whole
sort
bunch
of come
of
out of
tree
the town around the
stumps
back.
and trees, yeah.
And then you come around the back, and then this is like the side entrance to the castle.
Exactly. Now, this is I don't know what you guys haven't really, or I haven't heard from TG, but I decided to do a waterfall to transition from this higher terrain to here. It's not really in the game, but I'm really happy with how it came out. What do you guys think?
I love it for the simple fact it's different. It wasn't the same as the other river. It gave it another perspective. It kind of change the aspect of the map. So I think we should include doing more of that stuff, just throwing our own creativity in there, giving it our own little flavor, dare I say.
Yeah, I think that was a really good addition, to be honest. I really enjoyed actually watching him make this. I wish I'd videoed it because it was actually really epic. Because this whole area of him, people saw the last episode, must be the episode before that. This whole area was literally just a big mass of water, and he actually converted it bit by bit into this lovely area here, and then had to hold back the torrents of the world's rivers as he desperately built all of this section and then connected it all together and then unleashed the torrential flood that is now that waterfall. It was really, really epic stuff, and he looks really beautiful.
And you get
Really
to ride
well
a boat
done
down it, which is the best part.
Yeah.
Yeah,
As we discovered, you can't play bumper boats, which is really upsetting.
It was possible due to these guys teaching me how to use World Edit. It's not too bad once you get that going. Although I did crash a server, I think, once.
It does happen on the odd occasion, depending on the mass of your editing and how quickly you do the commands, really.
Yeah, I went a little bit bonkers with it. Sorry, man. All right, so this is where we're going to start working. We're going to start on the castle here. This is the drawbridge. Now, in the picture of the map, it is flat, but we, again, use the artistic license because there's a terrain difference in height that isn't accounted for in the 2D structure. So we made a slow incline using the carpenter's collapsible blocks. And
it does look so much more epic like this, though.
Yeah.
You've got to admit, and it will make the castle look much more imposing when approached from the front. So I think it's a bit more realistic, because that's what castles used to be. They always used to be built on top of hilltops and stuff like that, so you could fire down on anyone attacking and invading your castle. So it seems more appropriate to be this way, really.
Yep, firing down. Perfect.
Ah.
So we decided, looking at the picture of the castle, the two options that came to mind right away were either sandstone or quartz. And the quartz kind of won because we have an extra option, bordered quartz, which is added by the enhanced portals mod. And that gives us an extra texture that the sandstone does not have for us. So the castle also has blue accents, which I guess you guys would agree would do lapis, right? Or maybe blue wool, we'll see.
Yeah, I thought it was a hard one to decide on that one.
Yeah.
So it's turquoisey color.
Yeah, I'm looking at it right now. But
Sorry,
the dimensions of the castle are pretty much laid out by the area that I laid out here. The back wall is going to be flush. The back wall of the castle is going to be flush with the back end here. So we're going to start working on some the structural points, and we'll come back and update you when we got some more work done.
Sounds like a plan.
Awesome.
Okay, guys, we are back, and we have built a castle.
Dun, dun, dun.
Looks so good, and like I did mentioned, we're at the base of the drawbridge, and it definitely looks really cool and imposing. It's so accurate to the map that really, like, I know we built it, but it's awesome. So I'm. It
is epic. No, it is epic.
So here we go. We still got to put in the texture here for the iron gates, but that looks awesome so far. And what we guys are gonna do for y'all on Camry here, we're gonna build some of the detail work that goes in along this wall. These real cool decorative pillars that have kind of those green accents. There are 4 of them along the bottom, then the door in the center. And up top, there's going to be 2 more and another door in the center with a cool eye design, which we got to work on because that's going to be a little weird to do. So
definitely,
once we work out how one of these pillars looks, we could be able to replicate it and smack it on the other places in the build, right?
Yeah, I reckon so. I reckon that's supposed to be the best way. Oh, well, it depends, actually. I am not sure how microblocks work with being copied and pasted. I suppose we could emulate it, though, couldn't we? At the end of the day, we could just rebuild it again. After you've got, like the weather vane. at the end of the day.
The weather vane? Do you mean the flamingo of destiny?
Yeah.
All right, so I like to bust out a block palette, and basically quartz, obviously, and emerald block we discussed for those
Yeah.
green details. So we got some emerald blocky action here. Pop that down if you guys want to copy that. So we have, it seems the base is raised up off the ground or built into the ground. What do you guys think?
I reckon it's raised by the look of the image, just because of the shading on it.
True that. Very true.
All right,
could
I'm
do
going
a
to
slab.
whack one of those down because obviously that'll allow us to cut it up using the old saws.
Fantastic.
We'll
The thing
need to do
is,
that.
spaced on it. If you use a slab, doesn't it put the next block like a space above it?
Depends on what you're using. If you're using micro blocks, then you can sit them directly on top of it.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking we'll mostly end up using micro blocks for most of this bit of the build because it doesn't look like it's something that's going to be plausible to do with anything else. Even though I
this
think the
block here
top,
would be very useful for us.
yeah, and I think the top is going to be carpenters. I reckon we'll be able to get that sort of, it's not going to be spherical like it is there, but I think using the same sort of design that we've used for the edges around the top here.
Oh, with these
Of
wedges. Absolutely.
Yeah, I reckon we could do that to try and do that top bit. I reckon we could manage it. And that would allow us to get that sort of almost circular look.
All right, cool. So let's go with, we grab my saw and cut a, what do you think, of regular quartz or bordered quartz?
All right, first thing, can I ask that you extend this by 1 block? It needs to be uneven. It has to be uneven, to be honest.
Okay.
So it needs to be over here, like that. It needs to be like that, because that way we have a central point.
Good point. I got puns.
Bad ones at that, yeah. All right, so if we've got that, then we know it's roughly going to come up to about here. So if I can do that.
All right, I got bad news. Bordered quartz cannot be hacksawed. So it's going to have to be regular quartz.
All right, that's fine. We can deal with that. I'm going to put that in there for a second because I need something to put this on top of. Like that.
So I'm going to use the micro block slabs and build this up for us real quick.
Because that gives us that shape. And then if I... Sorry, I apologize for these random blocks in the air. I'll get rid of them shortly. I just need to do this.
I'll live.
Like that. And then I do that and that.
Ooh, I like the chisel quartz there.
Oh crap, for goodness sake. I accidentally destroyed it. Alrighty then, so that's the bit. I think that's how the top bit should look. I'll get rid of the... I'm not sure about that chiseled bit. It's up to you where you want.
I liked it, but
can you? Could you put the that in there for me, Mister Nerd?
That?
Like that, yeah. And then what we'll do is we'll put get rid of that one and put a block like that. Because that, do you reckon that sort of with those on it?
Yeah, that looks pretty much exactly like it.
Yeah, I reckon
I wish we could do the little black inlays, but I don't think there's a way to possibly do that.
Yeah, I don't think we could, to be honest, because there's nothing that works with these slopes like that, is there? If we did, we could do it if we used stairs, because we could then micro block it in, but it wouldn't look nearly as good. You wouldn't end up with this lovely smooth side that we've got here.
Now, how about as a substitute, like for this area, maybe we put the chisel quartz? And that
go for it. I was literally just putting that in there just to match the roof, but it most probably would be a lot more sensible to go for chiseled.
Give it to a little distinction that, hey, this is a special part, a pillar.
Yeah.
Pillar.
I think we should use pillared
community.
Underneath it, though. For, it coming down, if you know what I mean.
Exactly.
Sorry if I'm getting in your way there, Mr. Slim Shag.
No, you're good, man. I'm trying to figure it out.
Use that, but with micro blocks so that we could peek into the emerald behind it?
I reckon we could, you know. I'm a bit worried about this bit here. Well, I don't know. I don't know. I'm worried about the side, you know, the bits that go underneath these triangular bits.
Yeah.
And with microblocks, there's nothing we can do to emulate that shape. But then again, now talking about that, we could just do that, and then use microblocks to fill in the gaps. So if you did like just two across, just a bar going across between it, if you could do that.
Hold on. It's hard to place. There we go. How do you like that? Or a thinner bar, maybe?
I don't know. That looks pretty cool. I wonder how it would look from down here, because when they're going to be looking at it, they're going to be looking at it from down here.
Yeah, we have to remember.
So
that.
if we, there you go. So that'll give you the idea. Oh, you're not going to be able to see it, are you?
No.
Yeah, all right then. Thinner bar it is then. You're on the money there, buddy.
Let me cut this bad boy in half.
See, this is the sort of detail work that we do all the time off camera that you guys never get to see. Is this sort of umming and ahhing over tiny details that most probably no one will ever damn well notice.
But at the end of the day, it makes the build look epic.
Yeah, it's for our own pleasure, not for theirs.
Okay.
That, you can see that, that's a lot better.
Yeah.
Even though, like, with that, looking like that, it looks like something, once again, out of Star Wars. It looks like a ray gun charging
Now,
up.
can we do this? Let's get the pillar blocks. All right.
Can you do it in between these bits as well? Like on each side?
That's exactly what I was thinking right now.
Will it let
So,
you?
like, if we got a block like this, right, and then put something like that, and now emerald.
Could we not replace the pillared quartz blocks with micro block versions so we've got a wider section? I don't know.
Yeah.
Have you got the larger one that you had before? Like, rather than these thinner ones, have you got the larger one?
Yeah, here's the thin one. Let me find that larger one. Is that... No, that's the chiseled. Did we want a pillar or chisel?
I mostly think pillar, don't we? Are we going to go for pillar underneath that bit? So it's just the top bit that's got that fancy look to it.
Alright, I gotta cut that one real quick. So we got a pillar block, and we want the thick post. Cut
Yes,
that in
yes.
half. Here we go. We got it.
You got it?
Is this it? Yeah, that's it.
Cool.
So bring this all the way down?
Yeah, try it to start off with, and then we can variate it as we go, can't we? Because I'm thinking if I can do... Oh, you're doing it in the central. Alright, I see. So I was thinking maybe... Because I don't know, I was going for some weird stuff. I was thinking maybe... Like,
What were you
to
thinking?
give it... I don't know. I was thinking if we could have it so, like, yeah, so there's bars of it showing, but you can't... the way you did it's the only way it's going to work with the front bit, isn't it? At the end of the day, there's no other way to do it. Oops.
What do you think, TG? You've been very quiet, sir. Not usual.
He's just sitting there hating it. That's what he's doing.
Yeah.
You know.
I'm pondering, man. Like,
Pondering like someone who hates what you're doing.
No, actually, that looks good. It just, no, that works. That's completely fine. Not really. Don't tell him I said that, though.
What if we use a chisel quartz on the bottom here? Like a so. And we could fill in the corners with the wedge slopes. Like a so.
So I'm just testing something. Forgive me. Is there a way to put a corner on that? Is there a way to fit one in there? Like in that bit there? So it doesn't end up with that overlap like that?
No, sir.
Even the smaller, like the half block of this wouldn't do it, would it?
Here's a block if you want to test it. Here.
Thank you. I just want to. I'm wondering.
It's very finicky where it will go.
Yeah, there you go. I did perfect. Dude, look at that. Like it gave it that look that it has. You know,
It's just because it's trying to make it kind of look spherical, isn't it? So would you be happy with that? Obviously, I'd prefer if it was pillars rather than. Well, I don't know. I suppose that does look quite nice, doesn't it? With
Yeah,
that
we have
chiseled look on it.
pillars and contrasting with this. I think that would be awesome. I think that's a winner, man.
Winner, chicken.
Because then you can still see through it, like you can on the original bit. Yeah, it gives it a bit more design, even though it does kind of look like something a little bit more suspicious. Kind of like the Washington Monument, isn't it?
It does a little bit.
It's a bit prolific.
Yeah, for sure.
It's ribbed for her pleasure.
I think that at that note, guys, that is the episode. So, if you enjoyed this
Ribbed for her pleasure design, this pillar.
Go ahead and hit that like button. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button on my channel, iDead and TG's.
No, he just wants you to hit on his. He's just saying that. He's an evil, evil man.
He said it, not me, but make sure you hit mine first. So thank you everyone for watching. Say bye, everyone.
Yeah. Bye, everyone.
Bye, everyone.